I don't think he paid his dues. I don't think he paid his dues to hop up to get MTV that quick.
Yo, he was.
You don't think because it was his talent? He was just dope.
Damn. So there's no.
Salute, what's good? Welcome to Gen X Media. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Y'all already know what type of time I'm on. 2 hands on the 9. That's what? Real nigga time. So Math Hoffa had former owner of the Source magazine in the barbershop. And of course, the conversation switched to Eminem. Everybody know the history that Eminem had with the Source magazine and Benzino. We gonna roll a clip and I'm gonna come back and give y'all my opinion on what was said. You know what I mean? Roll that clip. We don't spin the block, come right back. You feel me?
Paid their dues.
Why you know what I'm saying? You feel like he didn't pay his dues? Again, I feel like you targeting the artist when it's the people.
I don't think he paid his dues. I don't think he paid his dues to hop up to get MTV that quick.
Yo, he was.
You don't think because it was his talent? He was just dope.
Damn. So there's no like that thing. Where's his videos on MTV?
Roy Hamilton.
There's no. Is that hot then? I mean, are we that bad?
Roy Hamilton.
No.
That's Roy Hamilton is what you're discussing. Roy Hamilton is the guy who gave Elvis Presley his singing style, but Roy Hamilton never saw the light that Elvis Presley saw, and a lot of people had issues with that. Eminem definitely got Elvis Presley treatment. That's not a lie. There's nothing inaccurate about him being able to jump the line because he was white.
Because there was some dope shit that it's like, yo, these niggas is like, but now it's like, yeah, okay, Eminem says 50, so 50's cool. Eminem says Royce is cool. Eminem says, and then once they're not fucking with him no more, the white people turn on them. Look, Royce sold some shit with Eminem, did a collaboration with Eminem. They sold so many millions. This nigga come out with his own motherfucking shit and sold like 10,000 the first week. That means that all the millions of white people that bought Eminem with him and was cheering him said, "Get the fuck out of here, nigga."
But be mad at him.
No, I'm necessarily not mad. No, and you have a good point.
So, while it's a little bit of the truth in some of the things that was said, and people are entitled to feel however they want to feel, but we got to talk about the facts. This is not even an opinion. The first part of what I'm about to say is strictly based in what the facts are. Not an opinion, but the facts. And why I believe why you can put that Elvis treatment on another white artist from earlier on, I'm going to give the reasons why it can't be put or shouldn't be put on Eminem, no matter how many times he has joked about it himself. I don't know why people are sitting there taking it like he really meant that that's what happened. Let's be clear. First off, Eminem is not the first of his kind. He's not. Like, what are we talking about? We just forgot historically that the Beastie Boys spoke to and for that demographic way before Eminem. What are we talking about here? They spoke to and for an audience that wasn't represented in hip-hop, which is the reason why they were successful. And they also was liked by hip-hop heads because people respected the fact that they could rap. Same thing, same formula. It was just taken up a notch years later. But let's not skip ahead too fast. Now, Run DMC was the first rap group to actually be featured on MTV. And you know why that is? It's because it was undeniable. They had sold millions of records. And when somebody proves they can draw, they're going to come knocking at your door. That's just how this shit goes. But anyway, after the Beastie Boys, while it was other white MCs in the culture, I'm not going to count them because they was more within the lane of traditional hip-hop. They did not make pop records or big records that would cross that bridge. Vanilla Ice, he's the one that received the so-called Elvis treatment. One, he had songs written for him. Two, he had the big record. He had all the appeal, but it wasn't genuine, so it didn't last long. So that particular audience that would have normally gravitated towards him and held him at a high regard, it was nothing genuine there. He didn't talk to them or for them, didn't look like them, didn't dress like them, so they saw right through it and it didn't last too long. The actual hip-hop heads didn't respect what he was doing. The Ice Ice Baby song was a hot song for a minute, but it was nothing else after that because it didn't come from a genuine place. So from that time up until 1999, when the world got introduced to Eminem, it was nobody to fill that void, that talked to or for those people that wasn't spoke to. He spoke for and to a demographic that was totally left out of hip-hop, that never had a chance to have a voice within hip-hop culture. And that was poor, middle America, white people. Whether you want to say they from the trailer park or wherever you want to say that they from, that's who he spoke for. But let's be clear on this. It's no denying that album, not the one in 1996, we're not counting that one because most people didn't even know that Eminem existed in 1996. We're talking about the actual real first one in 1999. It shot out of here like a rocket. How are you not going to have him featured in every magazine or on MTV or at the Grammys when somebody sells 10 million copies? Because of the people that they're speaking to finally have somebody that they feel like is representing them within hip-hop culture. Now, Benzino says one other thing in there. Before Eminem, they just brought everybody. That's not true. Else every artist would have won platinum. What are we talking about here? That makes absolutely no sense. People crossed over. Once people crossed over and it was a hot song or a big record and they gravitated towards it, but that didn't happen for everybody. It didn't even happen for all the people that tried. It actually happened for groups that wasn't even trying to cross over. Like the guys that did Tennessee, they sold millions of records. They did not make music for that particular demographic, but people loved their music. And there's some artists that actually tried that nobody was really feeling it. So that's bullshit. That's not true. Get that the fuck up out of here. Else everybody and their mother would have been platinum. They didn't buy everybody. What are we talking about? That's not even logic. That don't even sound right. But anyway, his point of what he don't like about the fact that Eminem introduced hip hop to a group of people that don't like black people is not on Eminem. That has nothing to do with him. Because when Eminem talks about hip-hop, he talks about hip-hop with the utmost love and respect for the culture, to the point that he educates people on MCs. He quote bars. He can explain why that MC is special. A lot of y'all can't do that at all. So if I want anybody speaking about the culture to people that wouldn't normally understand the culture, he's the right person to do it. You can't fault him for a bunch of people that don't like me or you because of the way that we look. That makes absolutely no sense. That is what it is. Who cares? And most importantly, a lot of that is us older motherfuckers with all this baggage of racism. Let's be clear. It's a lot of the alpha millennials, Generation X's, and baby boomers still holding on to a lot of this racial shit. Our children, on the other hand, are growing up with black, white, brown, Asian, whatever kids, having friends with them. It's the reason why it's more interracial relationships, because these relationships are cultivated while they're young. My kids have friends of all different types of races. You understand what I'm saying? But back to the original point so I can get the fuck up out of here. My point is this. I don't think it's fair To say or try to say he had the Elvis treatment when one, he could rap. He had the music to prove it. The project was out of here. They could not deny him. It would be a different story if he wasn't moving units and didn't get in those spaces. Would be totally different. Now, what about the people that would say, what about Nelly? Nelly sold 36 million records. What about MC Hammer? He sold a lot of records. The last time I checked, all those people that sold a lot of records was on all of those same platforms and all of those same magazine covers. Some of them just declined not to be involved for a lot of other different reasons. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the biggest Eminem fan, but I have a lot of respect for his skill set. Y'all be easy. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Y'all already know what type of time I'm on. 2 hands on the 9. That's real nigga time.